From cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the boss that's here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's horror from here. Office gossip, Twitter jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. You're just a choco, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Management schemes and toxic plans. You're just a choco, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa have seen it all. From cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's horror premiere.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of I Hate It Here. My name's Erika.
I'm Marissa.
And thank you for hopping on the Hotmess Express.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hotmess Express. Choo choo.
All right, Marissa, here we go. Another Thursday live on the airwaves. You were off last week because you had to go do manual labor.
I did not like it. That is, 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Don't do it.
But we had the beautiful Jen Glenn.
Yes.
She popped on and she co-hosted with me while you were gone. So yay, it was fun.
I caught the show on when I was out there. Time difference always messes me up. Like I can't handle 1 hour. I know it's just 1 hour. It always messes me up. So I was like, oh shoot. But I caught the replay. It was such a good fun show.
It was. She always brings it like she does. I mean, and speaking of bringing it, Helen and her wild freaking stories about looking for love. And God bless her for coming on here and sharing these stories because I as fuck do not. I don't share like she does, and good for her because I could never.
I love that for her. I love that for her.
All right, Marissa, what do you have to rant about today?
Honestly, I think we were talking about this before the show. Age sucks, guys. Age absolutely fucking sucks. It's ghetto here. Don't do it. Don't get older.
You just turned another year older on Saturday.
I did. It was my birthday this past Saturday. But I traveled to do manual labor, as Erika shared. I went to go help move some furniture around for my mom and but you guys got to keep in mind that it's a 12-hour drive. So it's not like I'm driving a couple hours, doing stuff and coming back. It's a 12-hour drive each way to get back home. And my body this week, once I got home, it's like, no, ma'am, my arms hurt, my legs hurt. I'm out by 9 o'clock. I tell my kids, I'm like, y'all are on your own. I love you guys. Don't burn the house down. Alarm is set. Just don't leave the premises. That's all I can do.
Aw. Yeah, I know aging does suck. I mean, it does. They tell you when you're younger, right? And you always you don't believe. You're like, whatever, old people. And then now that we're old, we're just like, this does suck. They were right.
And it's things that you wouldn't again, guys, it's moving stuff around, cleaning. It's stuff that I'm used to doing, right? Because I rearrange my furniture all the time. I get these kicks of I'm going to move my entire furniture and I'm going to rearrange every room and I'm going to deep clean everything. Right. So I do this all the time, but I don't know, for some reason this past week, I'm telling you, I'm sore like I've never been sore before. It's ridiculous.
Dang, Marissa. Well, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
So I have really nothing to bitch about today.
Okay.
Like I was telling you before we hopped on live, work ebbs and flows, right? Granted, our show is called I Hate It Here. I'm very fortunate that this job that I have now, in particular, I do not hate. Previous jobs, corporate, that we not just left because it's been 2 years for me. Yeah. And it's been a minute for you as well. Those jobs sucked ass, right? Or that job sucked ass. but this one not so much. And it was a very, very quiet week at work, which is great because I really dicked around the entire week, guys. I'm going to be honest. I did very, very minimal work.
Love
Of
that.
what I did do at work, right? But I'm glad I was able to like dick around or whatever, because when Jen was here last week co-hosting, she talked about the station head marathon that she had put together, right?
Okay.
So for those of you who are tuning in, and it's actually, we are live on Instagram as well today, Marissa, because we finally learned how to fucking do it. Hi, Instagram people.
Hello.
Hello
Welcome.
to the chat on Instagram. It took us 2 weeks to figure it out, but here we are. So now we're live on Instagram as well.
Mhm.
But we, so previously, before Marissa and I jumped on to YouTube, we were on an application called Station Head, which is like internet radio is the best way to describe it, right? So a lot of it's mainly based around fan sites, right? Where people can stream all the music from Mariah Carey that they want, throw release parties when she releases an album or whatever, right? Whatever artist they like. A lot of K-pop on there. I'll be fucking honest. That drives me nuts. A lot of
A
K-pop on there.
lot.
But anyhow, all our friends use it as internet radio and host their own radio shows. So if you guys are not on Station Head, are into music, download the app. It's so fun listening to people's radio shows, right? Well, 3 years ago, I picture it, Marissa, it's 2023, and we were on AMP, which was another internet like app before Station Head. But it was the summer. I had just been let go from corporate.
Yeah.
And it was summer. I had nothing but time on my hands because I took that summer off. I was just like, I'm gonna dick around this summer and just it's gonna be the summer of Erika. And it was. So here I was just listening to everybody's shows, doing nothing. And was in our friend Kendall's show. He was playing he was doing like a British music show. And he played Pour Some Sugar on Me from Def Leppard. And then it was followed by a very sad song from George Michael. But when he was playing the Def Leppard song, I was like, ooh, because it's like the #1 stripper song, I guess, and I was like, yes, I love a stripper and a strip club. So I was all about it. And then, totally throwing dollar bills at a fake stripper. And then all of a sudden George Michael came out and it was a very sad tune. I was like, oh, damn, who let the sad stripper on? Right. So we made up this fake scenario in the chat. And then from there, it rolled into like, oh, we should do a marathon. And then from that marathon, like we put together a marathon in 2 weeks. So every creator that hosted or, was in host shows on the app was invited to host their own fake strip club, right? So you got to make up your own strip club, play songs that you want from that strip club, just use your imagination type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was a little janky at first because it was the first one and all of us, like it was in 2 weeks that we decided we were going to do this, right? But it was so fun. We participated in that. And then that app closed down. Then we moved on to Station Head where we all were doing shows. And then Jen Glenn took over hosting duties of the marathon. Like she was the one who put it together. I don't know why we didn't participate. I don't know why. But anyhow, it didn't happen. But this year, I went out with Jen on Saturday and she was like, you got to do it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated because everybody's shows are so good. Like the community is so freaking creative that it's intimidating. Like it really is. So I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. Right. It was like talking myself into, she talked me into it. So from Saturday to, I did a show yesterday. I put one together and let me tell you, Marissa, I should be ashamed of myself for what I did. Because it was very sacrilegious. Very sacrilegious. Which again, if you know me, it's on brand, right? So my little strip club was called Sinners and Spinners.
Okay.
And it was based around the 10 commandments.
All right.
Right. So then each stripper would go like dance to like a sad song connected to like the commandments, right?
Okay.
I had 2 very special guests help me be the club DJs for the show. And
Okay.
so I had so you just it was just a fun time. I'm not going to get into all the details because
Right.
whatever. It's a whole different app, whole different show, but it was so fun. And today is another day of Sad Stripper Marathon. But let me tell you, the creativity that some of our friends and that community has is freaking amazing. Like, I am blown away. Like, you guys who are not on Station Head, I urge you to
Yes.
get on. And you know what? I don't think we have it on our bio anymore because we really don't do shows on Station Head. Maybe I should. Maybe it's on our link tree. I don't know.
I think it's on our link tree, but I think we can post it on. We'll post it. We'll post a link, on our Insta so that because you can catch the replay of that show.
Yeah. So anyhow, long story short, circling back to ebbs and flows of work, I dicked around and did nothing but sad stripper marathon the last 2 days. I was in the chat,
Love
fucking
that.
around, answering like work emails barely, answering my Teams messages that came in. But again, I was goofing around on it, made me very like grateful again to like have this job because again, I thought about myself 2 years ago where I was crying every July and August. No, August and September, I cried. Every August and September, I cried at that job because it was so high stress. And it was just so funny. I was thinking of that and I came across this video that I want you to watch because it makes perfect fucking sense. All right, Marissa?
All right.
You're just coming out of the burnout as well. So this is what it's about.
Okay.
If you work a corporate job and you're sick of it, there's nothing wrong with you. And I want to tell you my story. About a little over a year ago, I just quit corporate. I had worked in corporate for about 14 years. I was climbing the ladder. I was making such a cushy salary. But I remember sitting in this meeting after we just got acquired. It was my 3rd acquisition, and they're always so messy when you smash 2 companies together. And we were sitting in a meeting where there was no agenda. There was like 13 people in the meeting. It wasn't clear what we were even trying to figure out. And it was summer and my kids were in the other room and I had to hire a babysitter because they were just young enough to where I couldn't just let them run around. I didn't want to put them in camp. I didn't feel like I was parenting properly. I didn't even feel like I could get my work done in a way that was meaningful because the meeting, I remember I had no shame towards the end of my career because I was already divorced. I'd already gone no contact with my family. So I was like, all my F's are gone. I will say the thing. So I remember raising my hand digitally in this meeting, clicking the button and saying, what are we trying to figure out exactly? Because I was on the marketing team and we were being told we needed to start a campaign around this platform launch. We were launching a new platform because the companies were coming together, but none of us had seen the platform. None of us had any of the yes or no language that we're allowed to use or not. We had no images of what it was going to look like. And we were expected to come up with ads and a webinar, and those things take a lot of work. Those things are really fun when you know what you're talking about, but we didn't know what they were asking us to ship. You know what I mean? So I said, what is the goal? What are we trying to figure out? What's even the due date? What does success look like? And the leaders in the meeting couldn't answer the question because nobody knew. And I just was like, I can't do this. My back hurts. My weeks are full of meetings that wander. They don't get much figured out. You work really hard on these projects in the little time you have left because there's so many meetings and everyone's slacking each other because everyone's confused or needs clarification or oh, I Slacked it to you. Oh, I emailed it to you. Oh, it's in the Google Drive. It's in the intranet. God, everything's disorganized. Everyone's exhausted. Everyone's ticked off. And people have their different ways of coping with being ticked off. Some people are totally complacent and they're just like, whatever, I'll do the thing. Other people we call them brilliant jerks. Mostly they're just jerks. They're just rude people who hoard information and gatekeep information from other teams. And then there's the burnout crew that used to be super high performers, but we're I don't want to do it anymore because I knew when we pitched them the brief for this campaign that they were asking for, that they didn't even know what really they wanted, they were going to change it all. They were going to say it was wrong. They were going to say it was bad. They were going to say we had to do the whole thing over in a really short amount of time. And just so many times in my corporate career, we would do the work and then we would have to do the work all over again quickly because nobody really knew what they wanted. And I was like, I can't do this stupidity anymore. It's stupid. I quit. I didn't really have much of a plan other than I just need to get out. And it was the same plan for my divorce too. Just get out of the situation. Other stuff will come. But it felt so good. People were shocked too. They're like, what do you mean you're quitting? Where are you going? What company did you interview with? And I'm like, nowhere. I just need to shut this effing computer and go on a walk with my kids and fold some laundry and just sleep and like eat and sit still for a second. I don't want to sit at a desk. I don't want to be interrupted. Oh my God, the constant interruptions. You go on Do Not Disturb for like 2 seconds and like 1,500 things have happened and everybody's trying to get clarification on stuff. Like I sat in the boardrooms. I wasn't on the executive team yet. I was like, I had this big dream of being a chief marketing officer, but I'm so glad I woke up from that, what would have been a nightmare, because the higher I climbed, the more I realized people don't have answers. They don't know what they're doing. They don't care about the people. And basically I was having this like corporate spiritual awakening, and you might be too. And there's nothing wrong with you. We could just call it a spiritual awakening. Your energy's shifting. You want to do something meaningful, and I don't blame you. With our college degrees or not, just our life experience, you don't want to sit at a desk and have a one-on-one with a boss who barely knows you and gives you a performance review and tells you that you need to do better, but like they're forgetting about all the other great work that you did because they put your performance review together in like 5 seconds because the team is like 27 people on it. Like, enough. The all hands is boring. Like the all hands is like full of weird fake data. Like, oh, we made this many sales. And the sales team's like, no, we didn't. And the marketing team's like, who got this information? HubSpot's busted. Salesforce isn't updated. There's like 17 steps to log a new deal. Like it felt like a video game with no point and no boss level. And I was like allergic to my email toward the end of my career. If someone said, hey, I emailed you something, I would like have a visceral reaction. Like, I don't want to read your email. So for what it's worth, I'm much better now. I've like turned into a hippie witch, I guess. I don't know. I love astrology and my crystals, and I've been meditating. My life is a lot slower paced. I had to rest for a really long time after I quit because I had been going so hard for so long, because they push you so hard. And for what? They don't even know really half the time what they're selling. Do you know how many times I've worked with a CEO who like can't explain the product? Like, it's silly. So if you're needing to provide for your family and you feel like something's wrong, it's okay. Like, I know it's stressful and it's scary to quit the thing that you thought was it, but like, if something feels off, just get out. The universe wants you to take that first step. Now I get to talk on TikTok, and I'm going to start putting together guides for, surviving divorce, or is it time for divorce? You're having a spiritual awakening. Now what? And surviving your toxic family, and or when and how to go no contact. So if you're just feeling like, oh, is this it? No, pass the test. Okay. If you don't want to play the stupid video game anymore either, good, great. Turn it off. And you don't know what always comes next, but just breathe through it. Like, just know that at first you're just gonna need to take a damn break. Just be with your kids, be with your family. If you don't have kids, be with your dog. I had to like go out and touch trees and be like, I'm so sorry I missed you for the last 14 years. I had missed the sunshine. It took me months to ramp down from the panic of like, what day of the week is it? Like, I don't work a corporate job anymore. It doesn't matter. If I'm not feeling up to doing anything today, I'm going to listen to my body and I'm going to rest. And that felt like the biggest career win I've ever had. And it could be yours too. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. Listen, your body is screaming for you to pay attention. And if we don't listen, it will come out as chronic illness, and we will have misplaced emotions at our kids, at our partners, at our families. take care of yourself and just know that the people at the top are idiots, just the same as like the intern also doesn't really know what they're doing. It's all the same. Everyone's playing a game, but you don't have to play that game. You can do something else, but you won't know, or you won't be able to receive what that is if you don't quit the thing that's slowly killing your soul. Okay? All right, that's all. You're gonna do great. You're gonna be fine. I promise.
All right. So how hard does that? First of all, I apologize, guys. I forgot how fucking long that video was. My apologies. But how hard does that hit?
I think that's everybody, right? Everybody that's been probably past the first couple years of their career, right? So I want to
Mhm.
say, because you really start to get disillusion, I find with people that I know and that I've talked to around year 5, 6, and beyond, right? Because at that point, you're no longer in those entry level positions. You are
Mhm.
now kind of moving up the ladder, and you're trying to figure out, and you're realizing nobody knows. And it's true. Nobody knows what they're doing. I can tell you, I've been in that exact same situation, and nobody knows what they're doing. And it's this sense of like, I thought there was going to be this reward that I was going to feel. And you and I have talked about this a lot.
Mhm.
I thought that when I achieved these things, I was going to feel complete. I was going to feel something. And then it was like nothing.
Always chasing that title, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just didn't come with the payoff that we thought it was going to be, right? So, I am I mean, fortunately, this lady was able to just quit her job without really needing that safety net.
Right.
When I was let go, I did not have that safety. I mean, granted, I had a safety net for X amount of time, but you just quit and just not look for another corporate job.
Right.
I didn't have that luxury. But I have to agree with her that I'm a firm believer in that, like, the universe will put you where you need to be. Because right before, they had the layoffs and I was part of that layoff group, um, I already like I think it was that week or 2 weeks that I was already applying for other positions. You remember that, Marissa?
Yep.
That last week that I was at corporate, my eye was twitching. My left eye was twitching for an entire week just because
Yep.
of the stress, and it was just that I can't, like, just thinking about it, I want to, like, why would I stay in that position for so long that I did, right? It was so stressful. And that's all. It was just a cycle. It was just that rat race of just like, you wake up, you're in it, you're working 14, 16-hour days, you're working on weekends because there's an emergency. Like, truly, what kind of emergency was it? We're not really like saving lives, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so I think that the universe forced me out on purpose, right? I'm a firm
Yeah.
believer in that. I'm at this new job, which again, I mentioned top of the hour, I truly love. I love my team, I love my boss. It's been so, like, relaxing, but let me tell you guys, it's taken me 2 years to finally push past the burnout.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was still really, like, I would get stressed still. I would always worry about, like, oh my God, but I need to do this. And like, I finally, like, my body is at peace. Like, I feel at peace for the first time in years. And it's freaking crazy how long it took me to, like, disassociate from that job.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's deprogramming from the survival mode that you've been in, and we were at that job not for just maybe a year or two. We were at the job for a pretty long time,
Mhm.
and we had come off of the tails of a really crazy job as well. So it was like
Like, one
stacked.
bad job, like, it was one really bad company that we left, and then we went to the startup, we went to corporate, and that was
Mhm,
a high stress environment for, like,
mhm.
more work related reason. Like, it just was like high stress to higher stress. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was. It was. But you know what? I'm finding that a lot of people, I don't know about you, but I'm finding that a lot of people that kind of chased that corporate ladder, that wanted to do, chasing that title, chasing that status, or whatever that goal was, are kind of going back to entry level jobs or individual contributorship and just being like, listen, I don't need the, 6-figure job. I can do just fine with this because all I need to do is pay my bills. But the fact that I don't have to be on call, the fact that I don't have to put myself through all that stress, that enough is worth me losing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year. I mean, I've seen even on social media where people were like, I was a corporate lawyer and now I'm a barista at a local coffee shop. Like, it's crazy.
Marissa, how many freaking weekends did you have to work and take time away from your kids?
Oh my goodness. I think I worked for years.
Because there was always an emergency.
12
always
to 14-hour days.
Like all of a sudden you think you have a Sunday off and there's like an emergency meeting.
Nope.
It was so freaking crazy. But you know what? I'm looking at the time. So let's get into what the chat is replying or saying or what people are saying in the chat. And then we'll move on to our workplace horror story of the day.
Yep. I think everybody agrees. I think it hit home. That like testimonial hit home for a lot of people. Katie said it perfectly. Holy shit, that hit so hard. Amanda says half of what she said is why I retired or quit. Says Ed, I hated my job the last 21 of 31 years I was there. Corporations and mergers suck. 21 years, that's crazy.
That is crazy. But mergers are a whole fucking different thing. Oh, we went through like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those
like 2 years. Remember that?
Those always suck. James and Pedro says, I got so stressed working in construction / project management that I ended up flaring a vitiligo condition. Sorry, I'm blind, guys, so I can't see, so I apologize. I didn't even know that I had. Once that happened, I was like, F that. Yeah, no, I think it hits you when you're a number, right? Because you are putting your health literally on the line and they're just like, okay, great. Like, hope you're okay, but can you get me these things? But who's going to take over your things? And I think we saw it, going back to some of we saw a person that, unfortunately passed away. Guys, everybody sat there and said their condolences and, oh my God, I'm so heartbroken.
I'm going to miss this person so much. Like the fake tears.
The fake tears while the job posted the next day. The role got posted to backfill the role the next day. So just remember that.
True story, guys. True fucking story.
Yep. A couple other ones. Mr. R says, after working 10 plus years for major athletics, I was over the politics and no answers. I said, fuck it, and went and opened up my own shop. That's crazy. Stress is horrible to your body. Absolutely. So again, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves. And, life is demanding as it is. Learn to, unless you're a doctor, then please have the urgency. Please don't. Unless you're a clinician, then please don't ignore everything I say.
If you're literally saving lives.
If you are literally saving lives, then, we got to get you a spa day. I don't know. We got to figure something out, but please disregard this. But boundaries are so important. And you get to show people your boundaries at work. So make sure you stand strong on them because the company is never going to do it for you. Coming from a person that's been in middle to upper management, entry level, I've done all of the above. I can tell you that it's very, very important for you to do it because the company is never going to do it for you. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if you have the ability to quit and just be like, fuck it, I'm out and I'm going to go do this.
If you can afford it, my God, good for you.
Yeah, do it. But if you can't, like most of us, right? Because I know I can't, I can't quit my job today and just be like, okay, I'm going to go hug a tree for fucking months. I can't do it.
Bree's gonna slap your face. Get back to work, bitch.
Exactly. It's gonna be like, girl, who the fuck you think you are? If you can't do it like rest of us, boundaries are important. Shut it down, walk away. If you're not saving lives, then literally it doesn't matter. Those spreadsheets are gonna be there when you come back. Those freaking slide decks are gonna be there when you come back.
Right?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Marissa. So as stressful as work was,
Mm-hmm.
I found this story and I had read it a couple weeks ago, but we didn't get to it. Or, well, 2 weeks ago. I read it and then we didn't get to it, but then you were out of town, so I was trying to save it for you, and then you sent it to me because this story is wild.
Oh yes.
So I don't know if I should talk about it or play the quick video. It's really a 1-minute video, guys. It's not a long one like the other.
Well, let's play the video and then we'll talk
Okay.
about it.
All right.
But the news is really saturated right now with the Coldplay cheaters, but has anyone else heard about this summer associate at the big law firm who was biting people? So allegedly this girl was going around the office and like biting people. I swear to God, I'm hearing no internet discourse on this at all. And this was a summer associate who was going around biting people. If you read the articles, it says that she bit people 10 times before they fired her. I'm just confused. Like, how did it take up to 10 bites for her to get kicked out? 2 or 3 in preschool and you would have been out of there. The first thing that I thought of when I saw this news article though was, so what was the time frame of the 10 bites? Because was it 10 bites within 10 minutes? Or if it was over a longer period of time, that's much more strange as to why she was allowed to stay on. I mean, between this and Gillette Stadium, the news has been fascinating recently.
Okay, so like I was saying, Marissa, you and I have been super stressed, yet we have never bit anyone.
As much as I wish I could have for some people, I've never bit anybody. I've never actually even hit someone, even though I've been very, very close. I've never actually hit anybody, let alone bite somebody. Like, that's a weird fucking reaction.
So this person, okay, so now let's read the article, right?
Mhm.
So according to Above Law, one major New York law firm bit off more than they could chew when hiring a summer associate, dubbed the Big Law Biter. The unnamed associate allegedly bit her coworkers not once, not twice, but over a dozen times while in the office before her law firm let her go. That's freaking crazy. This part of the article made me crack up so hard. The TV associate started nipping at her coworkers at the start of the summer in a manner Above the Law described as faux, quirky, manic, pixie, dream girl crossed with the Donner party vibe. I mean, I don't even understand. What are they saying?
That where did they get that? It's, you know what it looks, it sounds like, you know, when you go to Amazon and you have all these fucking weird ass adjectives for a product that they just throw together. Quirky, pixie.
That was like a cloud, like a word cloud type of sentence that they put together. This is so crazy. So anyhow, the rumor in the Big Law was that her colleagues were hesitant to escalate the matter as the biter was otherwise personable. Over time, the playful nibbling escalated, though, with the pictures showing physical markings left over from the associate's sharp teeth.
Oh, hells no. You're leaving marks.
Bitch is a vampire? Like, what do you mean her sharp teeth? Like, is she a shark? Like, I don't...
What is happening?
According to an anonymous post on Glassdoor, a fellow summer associate at the same law firm said, her fun fact the first day was she likes biting. So she said it. Like, she gave everybody the heads up. Like, I like to bite.
I'm sorry, girl, but no, we can get you a teether, like a little baby. Like, we can get you a whole bunch of other things. But
right?
To say I like to bite, like, there's people that chew on things, right? Like, as nervous things, like they, you know, they like chew their nails, they chew on things.
Oh my God, I used to, just reminded me, one of these days I need to get her on. My friend Brie, we worked at a PR firm together in Vegas. we had a coworker who would just chew the shit out of his pens. Like it was
Mhm.
like he'd just be sitting there gnawing on the pens, and I'm just like, I would just watch and all because I'm like, one of these days one's gonna just bust and there's just gonna be ink all over him. But
Yep.
it was mind-boggling. Anyhow, sorry, didn't mean to stray.
No
Anyhow,
worries.
in a screenshot of another coworker's text on the same Glassdoor post, her victims included other summer associates, and even a human resources representative. She bit HR, even though we've
She's
all
an equal opportunist fighter. She said everybody can get a bite. Everybody. I will
We
not
have-
discriminate.
we have all wanted to bite HR, and she did it. So
Mm.
I mean, she gets 1 point for that one, right? At least one office mate, the text claims, started wearing long sleeves to the office because she kept getting bit. Law is notoriously stressful. Some might even say being a legal associate bites. But I'm bumped. Whoever wrote this article, like, my
The
God.
dad jokes are, yeah. The puns are right there. I get it.
The Big Law Biter is just the latest in a sordid history of summer associates gone wild. Perhaps more notoriously, a 2006 summer associate dubbed Aqua Girl, who drunkenly stripped down to her underwear before diving into the Hudson River at night at a work event held at the Chelsea Piers. The tipsy swimmer had to be rescued in a boat, but incredibly still ended her summer with the coveted offer for a prestigious federal appellate court clerkship.
Of course.
I mean, her daddy must know somebody. Like,
no, I mean, it just feels like in this environment, that sounds about right for working for the government. That tracks.
that does track. But yeah, can you freaking believe? Like,
Well,
the biter?
How did nobody smack her? Because, like, instinctually, right? Like, if someone just comes up to you and bites you, you're gonna be like, "The hell?" Like, excuse me? Like, did nobody have a conversation about this?
Even a nibble, like, girl, unless don't be nibbling me unless we're in a bedroom and with consent. Like,
no, ma'am.
Like, we're not doing, no, ma'am. You are not invited to nibble on me at work.
And how does she think this was okay? Like, where did she learn this behavior that she was like, yes?
And why did they take so long to speak up? And I mean, I wonder when the last straw was. Was it like the HR representative?
Probably.
So yeah, anyhow, that was crazy. That's a crazy story. I mean, what would you do? Would you have smacked her?
I would have instinctively smacked her because it just like if I'm having also I think we don't have the details, but I don't think it would matter. Like if I'm having a conversation with you and you're coming towards me, I'm going to step back. I'm not going to sit there and just be like, I'm going to see and find out what this person does, right? If I'm also working away and I'm concentrated and you come and you bite me, like I'm assuming the arm or something like that, like I'm instinctively going to like smack you away and be like, what the hell? I wouldn't think about it. So I think I would have hit her.
Yeah, I think I would have too. And then we both would have been in HR and if it was not going my way, then I'd have to bite HR myself.
I'd be like, since this is allowed, this is where we are. But the fact that people started wearing long sleeves is crazy.
It is. All right, Marissa, you want to go into the chat so we can move on?
Yes, there's a question that is kind of sprinkled in all throughout the chat. Is a lot of people are asking, like, is she hot? Is that why?
Is she hot? More importantly, like, first question on the docket: is she hot? Is she hot enough to bite us?
Well, I think, and it's so interesting, right? Because it's so interesting because I'm like, I don't care what you look like. If you bite me, we're gonna have a problem. But a lot of the guys are like, is she hot though? Like, that's the metric, and I'm assuming she was because she bit people multiple times. So we're gonna go with yes. Ed says, after biting me, the next thing you would be gumming me because he would knock out her teeth, I guess. Flaggy says, homegirl was hungry. Well, then go get a Snickers. Don't be biting me. That's crazy. Rabies. I had to take a call, and I came back to biting coworkers. Yes, Airstream Queen. Yes, that's how it goes. First rule of Bite Club. I think they were implying that she's cute, and if that's the case, then she can bite me. It's okay. I think they're saying with the description of like that quirky pixie, whatever,
Yeah.
that they were implying that she's cute, quirky girl. Is this at a corporate environment or Hot Topic, a law firm, which you would think they know better because like lawsuits, but
Exactly.
I guess not. Oh, Adam says that Cobra Kai actor bit his co-star at an event. What? I didn't hear about this. Did you?
No, we're gonna have to Google it.
I know. We're gonna have to dig into it. She's probably hot. Honestly, it's probably lots of snow. Katie. She has to be on something. I agree. No sane person is gonna be in the right mountain is gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna start a new job and I'm just gonna randomly bite people.
I'd say it like your first time meeting everybody. Like that's your quirky fun fact. Like, hey, I'm Erica and I'm a biter. Like, ma'am, this is not a fucking. Speaking of strip clubs, we are not at a strip club, ma'am. Like this is not the environment.
This is not. No, that's not professional. Let's see. Plot twist: she got fired after a Coldplay concert. No, she got fired before. Let's see. Where is she biting them? So I think there's a lot of questions regarding that. She needs a consent class. Now I'm just thinking
it's nausea from what we do from what we do in the shadows. That's hilarious. Well, a lot of them were saying, I guess in the story, she was biting their arms, biting their shoulders.
But if you see someone coming at you in your personal space like that,
like coming in for the kill, you're like, no.
No. That's crazy. That's insane.
All right, so I'm looking at the time, and I think we have a longer story, but that we'll move that for another episode. I'll save it. I'll make it for another episode. But I do have this story that I was going to talk about with Helen and Jen last week, but we didn't get to. And I don't want to save it until the end of the month when Helen's back with us, just because it's fucking crazy, guys. The audacity. I know when we do like shows, like the dating shows or like relationship shows, we dog on the dudes a lot, right? Like poor, like they don't get their justice with us sometimes, I feel. But
do that? I don't know.
But this story is so wild, okay, guys?
Okay.
So let's get into it. I have been married to my wife for nearly 10 years. Okay.
Okay.
The last 3 years have been rocky, but we've both been quote unquote working on it. Or so I thought. Yesterday she told me her doctor diagnosed her with BV and chlamydia.
Oh shit. Damn.
She asked if I had anything to confess. I said no, because I didn't touch another person since the day we got together. I've been completely loyal. Her response? That there were only two possible explanations. Me cheating or the sex toy she borrowed in December.
First of all, ew. Let's backtrack that part because ew. Ma'am, no.
Like we couldn't think of something else, like a better lie?
I mean, but realistically, what lie could you come up with when you're having that big of an issue? Like,
Oh, no. So apparently she borrowed it from a friend. I didn't even know people did that. People don't do that.
No, that's not a thing.
That is not a thing. People
Let's not
don't
normalize that. That's not a thing. That does not happen.
No.
And if you do that, shame on you.
As much as I love you, Marissa, and as my bestie,
absolutely
I would never.
The fuck not. No, ma'am.
I would go buy you one, but I would not lend.
Absolutely.
No.
No.
I didn't even know people did that. She swears that's how it happened. But after everything we've been through and the way she's been acting lately, I'm not buying it. Her doctor also said BV swabs can sometimes trigger false positives for chlamydia, so she's getting retested. I haven't tested yet either, but I have had symptoms and assumed it was just a lingering illness. Now I'm scared. I've had it for months. Lately, she's glued to Snapchat, stories, messages, notifications, and I'm sitting here wondering, how long has she known? How long have been walking around infected while she told me everything was fine? I want to believe her. God, I want to believe her. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like the last few years have been a lie. Whether it's true or not, this might have broken us for good.
Yeah, divorce. Immediately divorce. Like,
No, ma'am.
no,
ma'am.
that's just own up to your shit. You cheated, whatever it is that happened, just be like, look, listen, this happened. I need you to get tested because that's somebody's health, right?
Right.
Like to start off with, that's somebody's health. Especially when you let things like that go untreated for a long time, it could have so many different consequences for so many different people, depending on their health. Like you never know somebody's underlying health conditions. Number 2, grow up. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I borrowed a sex toy from my friend. First of all, I have so many questions. I'd be like, who the fuck is this friend? And why are you borrowing sex toys? Like, what is happening here? Divorce. Like, just divorce. Immediately divorce.
I have to, while you're saying that, I have to pop up Adam's comment on there. Divorce for her borrowing sex toys. Absolutely. That is
1,000%.
such a ludicrous lie. Lady, I don't even like, how did she think that was gonna be like, he was gonna be like, oh yeah,
Well,
like I don't know how she thought he was gonna believe that lie. It's so outrageous.
but even if it wasn't a lie, it makes it even worse. Like if it's not a lie and that's the actual truth, that makes it 10 times worse. Divorce, no matter what, just divorce.
You think it makes it 10 times worse that she borrowed
I'd rather you tell me, hey, I was being dirty and I slept with someone else because
then lying. Okay.
To have the audacity to turn around and be like, oh, I borrowed my friend's sex toy, I'd be like, excuse me?
The lie's so audacious. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That is so crazy. So yes, that is, I was meant to read it and I was just like, I can't with this story. And I needed to bring it to the show before I forgot about it. All right, Marissa, what is everybody in the chat saying?
According to Gerardo's House MD, chlamydia can sit dormant for years. I don't claim to know.
But she was with him for 10 years. They've been married for 10 years. How dormant does it leave? Like, is it like, does it hibernate for 20 plus years? I don't think so.
But yeah, and if you're getting regular checkups, then as you should.
Exactly. As females, we go yearly.
Exactly.
They didn't pick it up in the 10 plus years that she's been with him. Come on.
Well, and then also this is tied with BV, right? So know she knew immediately when she caught BV, like immediately. Anybody that tells you
tingling down there, and she was aware of it.
So anybody, for the men out there and that are listening, any woman that tells you, oh, I didn't know I had BV, liar. Lie she tells, because immediately. Like this is not something that's asymptomatic or you can't tell. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is trying to figure out what the fuck. Oop. There's I'm sorry, what? The reaction is priceless. Bowed, implying she'd give it back. Borrowed, implying she gave it back. Exactly. Like that's just gross.
No.
That's just disgusting.
No.
Throw that thing in the dishwasher and send it off to your girlfriend. No.
No plugging. Girls do not do that with their toys. No.
No, this is not a thing. Please don't make it a thing. Please. Let's see. If she isn't cheating, he should leave because his wife is a moron.
Mhm.
Agreed. I just finished 8 seasons of House MD, so I'm an expert. So Gerardo.
That's why he can give us the
Mm-hmm.
information he did earlier. I get it. Okay. No,
Yep.
no.
Sounds like she may need to go down the Mari Povich show because the toy she borrowed might be on a person. Might be a person.
That I just can't. This story, I was like, this lady has got to think her husband is some fucking moron. And no way did she get this from a borrowed sex toy.
I think either way, it's just gross. Divorce. Again, immediately divorce. Just
Right? Paris
Now I
in the
gotta-
box just commented, I'm sure Tracy's dog has sales. No need to borrow. Exactly. Mia. She needs to go on Tracy's dog and order that OG Chew. That OG Chew was less than $50 and has 5-star reviews.
Absolutely.
5-star reviews. Like, you can't top that. Multiple 5-star reviews. So she needs to get to ordering. So that's where we are in that story. Looking at the time, I just have a very, very quick revenge story for you, Marissa, because
Okay.
you're gonna love this one. And then we
okay.
will release the class, right? We'll let everybody go.
All
Okay.
right.
So a very interesting short story. He broke my daughter's heart, so I canceled his wedding.
Oh,
Yep, that's the title.
I
And I mean, he literally hurt her deeply. She supported him financially so he could concentrate on college, working her ass off at a garden center while also going to college full time, paying their rent, groceries, and utilities. As soon as graduation was over, he not only broke up with her, but left her with everything in their apartment to deal with while he went on a European summer trip with a friend,
Oh no.
a female friend. We all had to clean up his literal messes so she could get her deposit back. They had been dating for 4 years and she was crushed. For some bizarre reason, a few months ago, we received an invite to his wedding 4 years after graduation, almost to the day. He's got a lot of fucking
Nerve.
yeah, the audacity, right? And so did my daughter. So he sent them an invite with a anyhow. So I called up the wedding venue last Monday, 6 days before the wedding, told them I was the mother of the bride and canceled the venue.
I love this.
I told them the entire wedding party had COVID and would need to reschedule for a later date. So just apply our deposit forward if possible. They were quite kind and said, just give us a call when you're ready to reschedule. The wedding was supposed to be this past Saturday, so I drove by and there was no one there. I haven't told anyone else I did this. It'll just be our little secret.
I love this. I think it's awesome. I think it's warranted. And fuck that guy.
Applause for that revenge plan. You and I love these revenge stories.
We love a good revenge tactic, but this is chef's kiss. Because I'm sorry, but the minute you send me an invite after you did what you did to my daughter,
she put you through college. She was paying for you to, like, no, sir. No, the fuck, we're not doing that.
Absolutely.
Perfect revenge tactic.
Absolutely. And honestly, she probably saved that other girl from a life of misery that she was probably going to end in divorce. Because somebody that does that, can't trust them. Can't trust them.
I wonder if it was a friend that he went on the vacation with. But regardless, good on that person. You guys, I found this story particularly on Threads. I love Threads. I'm telling you, if you guys are not on Threads and you want to be a chismosa or nosy like I am, get on there, guys. People use it like Reddit and just tell all their little secrets. And I am here for it. My nosy little self appreciates it, appreciates the story, appreciates the content. And that is it, Marissa. That's a wrap for us.
I know. It's gone by so quick.
I know. We talked about a lot of things and we still have 5 minutes, but we're not going to
Yeah,
Try
we
to remember.
covered a lot of ground. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate you all hanging out with us, giving us your time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Set Stripper Marathon on Station Head happening now through
Yeah, that's it. Today was the last day.
today's
It's over.
the last day. But if you guys are not on Station Head, you guys can download and you guys can actually catch the replays. We will post the link on our Instagram.
Yeah, I'll do it on the
to-
stories, or no, I don't know. I'll do it on the bio or in the stories. Just be on the lookout if you.
Yeah, be on the lookout, but we'll post it there so that you guys can download the app. You can catch Erika's set. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. If you want to collaborate with us, come on and spiral with us, share your stories or any of the above, you can always DM us on Instagram, and our handle is
At I Hate It Here HQ.
awesome. Anything else, Erika?
No, that's it, guys. We will see you next week.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great one.
Bye.
Office gossip, printer jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears. Erika and Marissa have seen it all, from cubicle fights to the bathroom stall balls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here, so grab a seat, it's horror premiere. Office gossip, printer jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears.